This is the advice I wish I was first given when I first started my coaching business. There is so much information out there, especially with the rise of AI and the industry becoming more saturated. There's so much conflicting advice about what new aspiring coaches, consultants, healers should be doing in order to grow and scale their business online. And I have invested thousands of dollars in so many coaches. I have done so many hours of free trainings and binged podcasts. I know I just love this work, and I can tell now I've tested enough things. I've worked with enough clients to really know what the key things to focus on are. Because if you're anything like me, you are multi passionate, you are super ambitious, you have a super high standard for yourself, and you're probably also juggling multiple different roles. Like you might be a mum who also takes care of their house, who also supports her partner and is really there for her friends and family. You might also have hobbies and love self care and love to meditate and try and keep up with all of the things. And sometimes it can feel like marketing and social media and promoting yourself online. It can just feel like another list on the long list of things to do. And it can feel, there can be some like heavy energy around it, right? A lot of resistance can come up when it comes to promoting yourself online. So what my forte is helping you cut through all of the BS and really focusing on what matters and what's going to actually move the needle for you in order to create the empire and the business of your dreams, working as minimal hours as possible and actually doing things that have impact and resonate with your dream clients and result in sales, because there is too many of us doing too many things and focusing on what doesn't actually move the needle, right? When we're not actually doing the things that actually bring clients in, right? And I really want to simplify it for you guys, because I know when I first started my business, there was, I've been through multiple different businesses as well, right? Like I am one of those friends that my friends are always like, oh, what business are you working on now? Because I am very multi passionate. I first started off running an e commerce jewelry brand. That was during lockdown of 2020, simply because I wanted to start a business. I've just always wanted to be a business owner and I wanted to learn online marketing skills, because the work I did in my career, I've always worked in marketing, but it was more project management based, I guess, more copywriting and messaging focused, and design focused, rather than actually getting into the nitty gritty and executing on things online and learning how to do email marketing and set up a website and run Facebook ads and create content on Instagram and get followers. Like that's all the things I really wanted to learn how to do. And I thought, no one's got to teach me how to do this. I have to learn how to do it myself. And so since then, I started a digital agency as well, which I love doing. But I partnered with the wrong person. And it was just the business that we created was so masculine. And it was just, it was just too much work and not enough revenue. And then I really fell in love with the coaching industry through investing with different coaches and through falling in love with the personal development and spiritual business industry community, I guess, throughout my time of being an entrepreneur for the last 5 years. And so part of that, I just love learning. I love marketing. I'm someone that just loves social media. I love scrolling. I love doom scrolling, although I should be doing less of it. I love curated aesthetic feeds. I love the messy, raw, unfiltered, authentic truths that people share. There's just so much about the online space I love. And it is just such a wonderful time to be in business. I know you might hear otherwise from other creators. You might hear how hard it is. You might hear how much the algorithm sucks and how hard it is to grow, but they're not the terms we use on this channel in my world. Okay. We don't complain about how things are hard and how it's hard to grow and hard to stand out and how saturated the market is. No, We are looking at it from a really optimistic and organized lens. And when I say optimistic, I mean, like, just think about it. There's never been a better time to start a business, especially as a woman, right? We have the world at our fingertips on these devices. Okay. We have access to millions of people around the world through our phone, and Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and whatever your vibe is. It's never been easier to use these platforms in your own creative way, whether that's videos or carousels, pictures, words, maybe you're a writer, whatever you're into, like there is space for you online. And, 10 years ago, we didn't even have Instagram stories. We didn't even have reels. There wasn't as many YouTube creators doing what I'm doing here, or podcasting, right? It's so accessible now. And it's such an exciting time that we all get to play on this level playing field, right? And if we tap into our own inner magic and what makes us different, and if we actually believe in ourselves and devote ourselves to our business and our community and our clients, and if we come from a state of abundance, of overflow, then we are going to find our people and we are going to be successful. If we keep putting those reps in, our dream clients have to find us. Okay. It is law. They have to find us. And it's not about doing any of these. There's going to be 5 key areas that I teach you about today. It's not about doing any of these 5 things perfectly or doing it exactly my way, because you have to do things in your own way, right? That's where people are going to be magnetized to you. Your people will be magnetized to you is if you are doing things your way. So take the strategy and take what resonates, but do it in your own way. We have enough clones out there. There's so many, coaches and consultants that are all doing and saying the same thing. So if you can take all of these 5 key areas and put your own spin on them and do them your way, then you are sure to win. So this is your 2026 marketing game plan. And as I mentioned, this is all the things I wish I had have known about when I was first starting my business. So I could just simplify the things that I'm focusing on and do what actually counts and create the kind of content and do the kind of marketing that I actually love and want to do. So, the first pillar that you need to focus on in 2026, if you want to thrive and reach all of your dream clients, is visibility. And I don't see this being spoken enough about online or in programs, because when we first start out in business, we just want to know the strategy. We're right. What exactly do I have to say to post in order to get someone to comment or like it or DM me? What exactly is the formula, right? But we actually need to take it a step before that and wonder, are we visible? Our dream clients able to find us? Are we putting the reps in and showing up online? Or are we playing it safe and just posting here and there and then complaining that no one's engaging and no one's seeing our content, right? There are so many ways to become visible. Podcasting, YouTubing is a really great way to build connection and audience. So I think including a type of long form content, and video might not be your thing, but I really invite you to try it. It was not my thing when I first started. I used to be terrified to speak online, and it has just grown through practice. And I feel like I still have a really long way to go. And this is definitely scary for me, but I'm going all in now. I've got my new tech setup. I've got my new microphone, this new arm. I've got some lighting. Not all of it has worked. Not all of it has gone perfectly, but I'm sitting here recording today because I have a message to share and it needs to come through me. So it's not about being perfect when you're being visible. It's about showing up anyway. You might not be in the perfect energy every single day, but it's about showing up because you know you have a message and you know you can help people. And there's people out there that need to hear what you have to say and need to buy what you're offering. Other ways to become visible, obviously, using social media. You could be running ads and paying to reach people. Like, that is such a powerful way, you could even just start with a small budget to start increasing your audience. And I will do another episode on ads, particularly for those who don't know. I used to be a meta ads expert. That was my kind of core role in the digital agency that I started, and ads change so much. So it is one of those things that we do kind of need to keep upgrading our knowledge on. So that is one way. So social media, whatever your platform is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Like, where are your dream clients, right? And it's probably not Facebook because everyone is loathing Facebook these days. I really invite you to explore what platform you like to create on the best. And another way to get visible is to go to events. Start introducing yourself to people. Don't go to events with the intention of meeting clients. Just go to the events with the intention of putting yourself out there and claiming what it is you do. Maybe you haven't started your business yet, but you have a dream or goal or desire, and you don't feel like you can step into that version yet, and you don't feel like you can be in those rooms yet, but you can. Go claim it. Go introduce yourself as the coach, consultant, CEO that you dream of being, and watch how people start referring clients to you and start knowing your name and start, identifying you with your particular service that you have to offer. Another way is being a guest on podcasts. This is one thing I love doing. I've got some really epic guest interviews coming up for you guys. They were recorded way earlier in the year, but the podcast took a huge hiatus because I've been pouring all my heart and soul into our financial planning business that I run with my partner, and trying to navigate having a 2-year-old, which, if you have ever had a 2-year-old or have one currently, you understand my pain. I don't need to go into it today. There's just so many ways you can become visible online. They are endless. You could host free masterclasses. You could collaborate with other people. You go live on Instagram. When was the last time you went live on Instagram? Most people in my audience have never gone live on Instagram. So I challenge you to take up new things and try them, and know that, like, yes, people may judge you, but like, are you really going to let those people that you think are judging you, they might not even be judging you, that you think are judging you, get in the way of your dreams? Are you going to look back when you're 90 years old and think, oh, I'm so glad I didn't go live on Instagram. I'm so glad I didn't ever post a YouTube video. I'm so glad I never invested in myself because I was just so worried that Julia from primary school might have said some things about me to her friends. No, you're not. Piss off, Julia. I don't care what you have to say or think. I'm going to go after my dreams anyway. And you know what? It's always those people like Julia that when you're 5 years into your business and you're thriving and you're killing it, they're the people that message you and ask you how you did it. Okay. So let's just put all of the judgments aside and commit to some kind of visibility for 2026, right? So I'm suggesting that you have one social media platform. Obviously, I love Instagram. That is my thing. One long form piece of content. So if that is just an audio podcast, if that is a YouTube channel, I put this on both. So I record straight to my camera and I upload it on YouTube and Spotify. What else do I do? I love being a guest speaker in my friends' programs. So I often get asked to speak on marketing in different groups and masterminds. I'm a part of a couple of different programs at the moment where I guest coach and host monthly calls, and I'm in their Telegram groups coaching their students, which I love doing. And that just grows my authority and grows my audience, because those clients sometimes become my clients or they tell their friends, and then those somehow they come to me. So there's just, you never know how a client will come to you. And what I also love about doing guest coaching is you get to just hear so many different people's questions and what they're struggling with. And you have so many different questions that come to you that you might not have gotten in your own circles. So there's just some of the ways you can become visible. There are millions of other ways, as I'm sure you know, but just making sure that you are putting the reps in and you're showing up. And it's not just about posting one thing and it getting 100 views and feeling like it just flopped, right? It's about keep putting the reps in, keep trying, keep putting yourselves out there, keep putting yourself out there in multiple different ways without burning yourself out, just keeping it really simple with that one social media, one long form piece of content, and then borrowing other people's audiences wherever you can. That will get you so much further than any other strategy or piece of advice or tips or method, formula you could use. Okay, cool. Next thing I want to talk about is probably the thing I am most known for is messaging. I love messaging. I think that everybody needs a messaging expert to reflect back to them where their blind spots are, because it's so easy for me to like criticize or give feedback to my clients on what they're doing wrong in their writing, like where they made it too much about them, or um they have listed the benefits rather than talking about the transformation, or they are being too vague or using too much jargon. It's so easy for me to spot that and reflect it back to them. But actually doing it for yourself is a whole other thing. And I wish I had someone like me in the way that I work with my clients, because it's so powerful to have someone else reflecting it back to you and mirroring back to you, because sometimes you can just write from the heart and it can be so powerful to you, but making it more client centric and making it about the client, not about you, is an art and something that you can get better at over time. If messaging is something that you are interested in learning about, please have a look at my high frequency marketing method. It is a live program. We are starting on November 17. It is 888 and it is going for 8 weeks. And we're going to go deep into all of my messaging framework and strategies to help you reach and convert your dream clients, even if you have less than 3,000 followers on your platforms, even if you don't have a podcast yet, even if you don't have a website. There are ways that you can write your content to speak to people that are already in your audience. And I want to teach you all of that. I'm going to teach you how to write a sales page. I'm going to teach you how to create reels and carousels. We're going to go deep into your values and how to bring forward your values and your beliefs into your content to create loyal followers from your current audience. And obviously, to new people. We want to be reaching new people all of the time, but I want to show you how you can convert people that are already in your audience, because there are people that are probably not responding to your content, watching everything you post, have never DM'd you before. You probably don't even know they exist. And they are just waiting for you to say one thing, one special thing, or release one kind of offer for them to reach out to you and say, hey, I've been following you for years. I actually love your work. What you said in this post resonated with me so much. It's like you're reading my diary. It's like you're in my head. I'm ready to work with you. And how can I do it? Okay. Those kinds of messages are so possible when you're honing in on your messaging. And you've got to have the visibility part nailed first, right? The messaging comes after the visibility. And a lot of people come to me thinking, I just need the messaging. It's like, oh, okay, but like, where are you showing up and how often? Okay. So that's why those two things go so beautifully hand in hand. And what I want to say with messaging is that we all love a shortcut. We all love a bit of chat GPT. I use it for so many things. I definitely think it's such a powerful tool. I use it so much for our financial planning business. It has saved me on so many occasions because I don't have a financial planning degree. I just do marketing for a financial planning business. And sometimes my partner, as the CEO, he's just way too busy to brief me and give me the concepts and explain things to me. So I rely heavily on ChatGPT for that. So there's definitely a time and place. But when you are in the business of helping people, giving them a specific type of transformation that is so personal, so about them, and they're not just buying what you're selling, they're not just buying your product, not just buying your course, they're buying you. They're choosing you. They want to go where you are, where you've been. They want to be in your world because of your message. Your message is so important. So if you're copying and pasting from ChatGPT, you're just going to fall into the flood with everybody else, the sea of nothingness that is Instagram. Because for me, even when I read it, I'm like, this is repelling. It's so ChatGPT coded, it's not funny. And everything sounds the same. And you can sniff it from a mile away. So there's definitely ways you can work with ChatGPT, but I am such an advocate for writing your own content and learning how to do the messaging and learning how to channel. There's such a big part of channeling when it comes to creating content. Like right before this podcast episode, I sat here and I spoke to my spirit guides and the universe and God and angels and beings of the highest truth and compassion. And I asked them to speak through me and to channel the words that whoever lands on this video today needs to hear. I asked my guides to help me channel and bring forward the message that will help you and get you to your next level. It's not about me. I'm not like saying, please, please, can I have 1 million views on this video? It's about you, right? I'm showing up here for you. And that is the energy that attracts. When you are posting something from ChatGPT and you have that energy of like, oh, I really want people to like this and engage. And then you wonder why like there's no engagement, but it's just something copy and pasted from ChatGPT. There's no energy in that. And messaging is so energetic. And that's why I've called the program High Frequency Marketing. And that is why this podcast has been rebranded to the High Frequency Business Podcast, because I believe that everything is a frequency. I don't want to go on too much of a tangent now because I want to do an episode of what it means to have a high frequency business. But everything is about attuning to the next frequency of your next level, right? Wealth is a frequency. Business is a frequency. Your brand has its own frequency. And it's about tuning to those different frequencies in order to collapse timelines and to the next level that you're ready for and become that next level version of yourself that you're ready for. You know, have you ever just watched someone online and you think, God, they had quick success? Like I watched them when they had 500 followers and now they've got 50,000 followers, and women fly all over the world to go to their events and like they're absolutely crushing it. And I didn't even think their content was that good, right? It's because they've nailed those two things. They've attuned to that frequency of fame, wealth, fortune, luck, success, and they've worked very hard, very specifically on their messaging so that they are attracting the right people. So much of the law of attraction goes into your marketing. And it's so funny because so many people in my audience are so spiritual, but then when it comes to their marketing, all of their spiritual beliefs and knowledge goes out the window, and they just tell themselves that they struggle with messaging and they find it so hard. But then they're kind of reaffirming those beliefs rather than deciding and claiming that they are great at marketing and they're entering this next chapter where it just feels so easy and fun to promote themselves and be online and be creative and sign clients, and everything just feels so flowy. It's about claiming it. So I invite you in 2026, or right now, I invite you right now to claim it. So when the time at 2026 rolls around, you're already at that frequency. You're already there. So don't wait till 2026 to start implementing all of this stuff, but your 2026 success starts now. It starts with the work you're doing now, and it starts with acting from where you're going, not where you're at. And that brings me to the third thing I want to speak about is your self-concept. You cannot ever outwork your self-concept. Whatever you believe is realistic for you, realistic, achievable, possible for you, is as far as you will go. If you don't allow yourself to dream bigger, if you don't allow yourself to trust that everything is working out for you and you are the one, you are the one for all of your dream clients. They would be stupid to not work with you. If they're not buying your offer, that is their loss, because you know that what you are teaching, what you are bringing, the services you offer, are life changing. They're so transformational. It comes down to your self belief. It comes down to who you believe you are. It comes down to who you are being. We don't attract from what we want, we attract from our beliefs about ourselves, about what is possible for us. We attract from our beliefs what we believe is possible for ourselves. So I'm inviting you to dream. I invite you to start co creating with the universe and believe that you can collapse timelines. And you can say, hey, inner critic, hey, past self, thank you so much for all of the protecting you've done for me in the past, but I can't play small anymore because where I'm going isn't here anymore. Where I'm going, it's up here. It's up here. And all of the things that aren't serving me, they have to go. And I'm going to have to say no to a lot of things, and that's going to be really scary. But I'm a woman that has boundaries. I am a woman that takes care of herself. I am a woman who goes for it. I'm a woman who goes all in, right? Part of me investing in all of this new expensive equipment, it's about me going all in. It's about me trusting in myself and saying, you know what? Like, why am I operating from this like entry level coach, who like just uses her MacBook and doesn't have a proper microphone and doesn't have good lighting, or I just, why am I like, why am I living in that reality? Right? I'm like, no, I'm going all in. I have quality. I have standards. There is ways I like to present my content. There is a certain energy that comes with creating this mini studio in my office. And that is about moving from where I'm going, not from my current 12 subscribers on YouTube. I am moving from someone who has 12 million subscribers on YouTube. Okay. The third area I really want you to focus on in 2026 is your offers. And this is probably the area that I wish I had been coached on when I first started my business because I didn't understand the art of the offer. And there's two things that you really need to understand when it comes to creating amazing offers. The first one is people buy what they want, not what they need. So you can sell them what they want and you can deliver them what they need, but you have to do it in a way that is packaged up nicely, packaged up in a way that is consumable and what they purchased, right? So the offer is about the transformation. The offer is about your client, who they believe they will become after going through that program or working with you or whatever the exchange is, right? The offer has to be all about them and not about you. But when I say that, your 100% belief has to be behind that offer. If you are like, oh, I think this is what people want, this is kind of what people know me for. This is what I've done in the past. I'm not that passionate about it, but, I guess I'm good. Yeah, I guess I'll just offer it and see who buys it. And then when people aren't buying it, you're like, what's going on? Like, why isn't anyone buying this anymore? And it's because your full hearted belief, energy, embodiment isn't behind it anymore. I learned this the hard way. I kept flogging Facebook ads, selling it because I was like, I'm good at it. People need this service. People come to me for it. It's an easy sell. But I couldn't work out why clients didn't stick around, even though I'd like pour my heart and soul into serving them, even though I didn't want to be doing it. So I was repelling clients, repelling them away. For a time it worked and it worked wonderfully. But as I started to not enjoy doing Facebook ads, it just died a long and painful death. And I have no regrets, but I should have given it up earlier and gone all in on what I'm doing now. The marketing, the manifestation, the energetics, and all of these different areas. I really focus on messaging, but there's so much to it. And it just feels so me. It just feels so exciting. And I know that I'm going to be serving the best women in 2026. And I'm so excited that I have restarted this podcast because I know it's going to be going places and it's what I want to do. And with high frequency marketing, it's an offer that I've been thinking about for over a year now. I'm so excited to be finally just doing it. And I know that everyone who joins is going to be they're just going to go through the best transformation ever. And it's such an easy sell for me. So when you are thinking about your offer, it really has to be for the dream client, but it has to be something that you actually want to sell because people feel that, right? And when it comes to your offer, it really does help having a marketing expert refine the offer with you. It's so hard to just sit there by yourself and guess what people want from you and guess what makes a good offer. And that's why it really, really helps to work with someone like me. If you join high frequency marketing, you'll get a special first onboarding call with me. And what we'll do is we will craft your offer so that when you go through the program, we are working on the offer that you're going to be selling when 2026 hits. So you start the year off ready with your messaging, your offer, your marketing game plan dialed in. So you're just going to be like a bull out the gates. You're going to be so ready to share your offer with the world and you're going to have all the strategy and all of the belief behind it. I will make sure of that. The fifth and final pillar of your 2026 marketing game plan is probably very obvious. It is your sales system. Okay. It is how people buy from you. We need to make it easy for people to buy from us, right? And we need to use the right tech and set up the right pathways so people can easily buy from us. So that looks like landing pages. Okay. Having landing pages for each of your offers that have a particular strategy. And I'm not going to go into what the strategy is, but it's definitely something we're going to cover in high frequency marketing. If you're interested in joining, it's got to be a really specific sales page. The sales page is a lot of the time where the magic happens. It's where the conversion happens. So putting a lot of thought and intention behind that sales page. Perhaps you're going to be running ads. Perhaps you're going to have a free or low ticket masterclass to get people in the door. Perhaps you're going to have a certain way to get people on your email list from your YouTube channel, from your podcast, right? There needs to be links in your Instagram bio. Maybe you're going to be setting up ManyChat. Maybe you're going to have sales calls and you're going to have someone to take those sales calls for you, or you're going to have Calendly and you're going to get people to book them in with you on certain days. It's about thinking about, okay, what is my sales system? How can someone find me? How can someone learn what it is I do? How can someone then get onto my email list and go into my email flows to buy from me in the background without me having to lift a finger? And I don't want you to get overwhelmed thinking, oh, setting up a funnel is like so complicated. I'm not there yet. Like, funnels can be so simple. It can be so easy, like setting up a low cost ad to a free masterclass to even just get people on your mailing list, on your email list can be so powerful. So I really invite you for 2026 to focus on growing your email list. Okay. That is such a powerful place to make sales. And, with only 2% of our audience seeing our content, it's just another way to get visibility and to create community. So, and that is another part that I want to say to you about your 2026 marketing game plan is I was looking at my notes thinking it was listed here, but it's not. It is knowing that, yes, it is a saturated market. Everything's saturated. There's an abundance of everything, right? But it's about knowing that what you're doing is different. It's about knowing that, yes, there's a million business coaches out there, but I know no one is doing what I am doing for my clients. Okay. I know that no one is giving the advice and sharing the real how to, because so many of my clients come to me. They say, my God, Shakira, this is the work I needed years ago. This is what I wish I had done years ago with you. Instead of investing in these big name coaches, investing these thousands of dollars only to learn the what and not to learn the how. But in my world, we are all about the how. And that's what my dream clients say to me. That's what I understand about them. And when they come to my world, they're like, everything is finally clicking. So that's why I think it's going to be really powerful for me to bring all of my clients together and share the wins in real time, because it's not just about me and my strategy. It's so much about the way you execute on it with your own unique flavor and your own unique essence, right? I can give you A, B, C, D, E, F, G to Z, but it's about you and your way of doing it. It's not about becoming a replica of me and exactly what I do and doing reels exactly in the style that I do them and doing my stories exactly how I do them. It's about doing it in your way. It's about taking my frameworks and doing it in your particular way that makes you magnetic. It's not about doing what, Rumpelstiltskin over here is doing and copying all of their social media posts and all of their hooks, right? And we all think we need some kind of magic hook. You don't need a magic hook, right? You need your own magic essence and what makes you you, because there are so many people out there that want what you have to offer. Okay. So we need to not get so bogged down in the complication of marketing strategy, and we need to not fear it, but embrace it. And sometimes it's just about embracing the chaos that is being an online business owner and, you know, embracing the chaos of Instagram. Like, they're always coming out with a new algorithm update. It's always something new to learn, but it's about being like, okay, like, I'm just going to have to roll with the punches here. Instagram wants me to do video. I'm just going to have to try and put myself out there and try and do video. Okay. Oh, now they want me to do carousels. Okay. Now I got to be on stories. And I've heard that, stories is the best way to sell. But, what's my way of selling on stories? What's my way of connecting with my audience? What's my way of getting engagement? Not trying to copy someone else's way of getting engagement, because it's got to be about you. Marketing is so energetic. And that's why I've called the program high frequency marketing, because there's so much of you and your own essence and your own magic, your energy, your frequency that goes into creating marketing magic. And yeah, that's all I want to say. I thought this would be a shorter podcast, but I always end up talking for so long. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm so excited to be starting this podcast again. I'm so, so excited. I hope the audio has worked well. If you are anything like me, the tech gets so overwhelming. But if this has all gone well, I'm still waiting on a couple of different cords and connections. One of my lights doesn't work, so I'm going to have to return that, which I don't even know if you can return things on Amazon. But once I've got it all set up, I will release a mini episode or maybe a guide or something like that on all the tech I use, because that is a question I get a lot, is what do I record in? What microphone do I have? What lighting do I have? And this is everything that I've literally done this research myself and set it all up myself, and I'm pretty happy with it. But we'll just see how the episode goes when I'm editing it. So if you're watching this episode, it means that it all went well and I figured it out. So go me. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you on the next episode. And be sure to check out the link below on the high frequency marketing method if that is something you want to learn about. If you're watching this after November 2025 and you feel like you've missed the mark to jump into high frequency marketing, send me a message, because it will be an evergreen program eventually. Depending on when you're watching this, when it has found you, wherever in the world, I'm sure the program will be available in some format. If it's not going to be live again, it will definitely be available evergreen. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.